What up, what up, what up, dog? It's your girl, Jen, checking in.
It's your boy T Double. You already know.
Time to talk it out.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Yeah. Episode 6. It's a celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Consistency is key, people.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I'm grateful for consistency and discipline. We've been able to step into you guys' living rooms, cars, headsets, ear pods for 6 consecutive weeks now. I'm proud of us.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of you, black man. Thank you.
It's been a movement. You guys has been on this journey. And it's been greatly appreciated.
Man, we really appreciate y'all for showing up. Disclaimer: we do not replay. Oh, our look does not reflect our level of energy. We have way more energy than we look. I am not as sleepy and tired as I look. Just so you know.
That is, I second that motion.
Okay. My lashes is crooked as always, so you know I'm doing well. Okay. You know?
Well, I don't have my do-rag on, so I probably look a little weird at the moment, but
He know he look bad as far as split 3 ways.
let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back.
Time to talk it out.
First of all, y'all, it's been getting warm.
It has been. It was just 70 over the weekend, 70. And when it turns 70, you already know, you know what I'm saying? Them shorts come out.
They was at the parks.
White beaters come out, you know what I'm saying? Not the actual people, the clothing. But it's just a fun time. Let's keep it safe this summer.
I'm covering everybody that's in the sound of my voice with the blood of Jesus. I pray that you guys are all safe and secure in the Lord this summer. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Let's keep it safe this summer.
Yeah.
Let's I'm driving, man. Let's slow these cars down, man. Slow these cars down, please.
Make sure you getting on the freeway on the entrance ramp.
On the right side, please.
Yeah.
Please, people. Yeah.
Just saying. Okay. You're gonna have you a little cocktail. Make sure you wait until you can drive.
Take a nap in the car or something before you
Okay.
turn it on. Just hop in the back seat. Go to sleep.
Yeah, like please, because it's been way too many wrong way drivers on the freeway. Let's start there. Okay. It's just really been too many of those. And I don't understand it. But, you don't understand craziness most of the time.
Yeah.
So just, make sure you get on the freeway the right way. Because we don't want to be saying rest in peace to you on episode 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So that's a good segue into we're going to say rest in peace to the fallen legend, Dwayne Wiggins of Tony. One of the Tonys. Okay, I think it was about 5 or 6 of them in the group, and none of their name was Tony.
None of them name was
which
Tony.
I still don't get. I wish he was alive right now so I could ask him.
Yeah, right. But a legend, nevertheless. Nonetheless, a legend for sure. Truly missed. I love some Tony. Me personally, I love me some Tony. So.
Yeah, me too. You gotta admit, like most of their songs was bangers. It's our anniversary.
Absolutely.
Which, speaking of, that's a good segue into. We went to Vegas like this week last year.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like an anniversary of ours, like a year anniversary of our first trip together.
Absolutely.
What started this whole travel day, time to talk it out movement.
Absolutely.
So happy anniversary to the travel days, first of all.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to the travel days.
This is kind of traveling is kind of what sparked all of this about. And Vegas just happened to be the first place.
Right. I mean, if you guys comment below, if you were suggesting a trip for somebody that has never been on a plane, where would you suggest they go? Do you think that Vegas was a good choice?
I mean, I'm not
Let
gonna
me know.
lie, it was lit though. One thing that it was is it was lit. I wouldn't take it back. I'd do it again if it was mine.
Messing with me, it was gonna definitely be lit
If it was my
because
first time all over again, I would do Vegas again. It was lit, so
don't let don't let the auntie-ness fool you. Auntie is lit. Okay, I'm like the lit auntie. Okay,
happy St. Patrick's Day to y'all, by the way.
happy St. Patrick's Day.
For y'all to celebrate that. I've been wearing this mug around me, saying taking shots
Hey,
during my day.
not that I need a reason to take a shot, but
Yeah, you know.
I probably need a reason not to take a shot at this point.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
solid.
Rest in peace to Dwayne Wiggins of Tony, Tony, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, man.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard of anyone else that had this year.
I haven't heard anything actually. Nothing that's really like floating. That I've heard anyway.
I don't know. I haven't really been all into the current events this week. I can't even lie. I barely watched the news. I've been watching the haves and the have-nots with my mom.
I've been going through TV issues, so I understand. But you know, no excuses for you guys. You know.
Yeah, it's no excuse. No. It's just saying y'all could very well fill us in. Okay,
Absolutely.
drop down a comment below. Because I feel like it is something that I'm forgetting that I wanted to
I
speak
know it
on.
was a lot of things that but you know, when I'm going through the process and then I'm not writing it down as I'm going, I pass by it and then it's like, I forgot.
It was a couple of other things. It's gonna come to us. We listen, y'all. Y'all already know this is real raw rap. Okay, it's candid, controversial conversations with cocktails. All right. So sometimes it's gonna be real organic. All right. Now I do got a couple things written down because we was watching another, was it a podcast?
That was a podcast, yes.
Earlier or whatever, and it was like a really good conversation that we had gotten. So I was like, "Oh, we need to say this for the podcast." So we might as well just get right into that, and then if we think of some other current events that come in our head, we'll touch on those. It's very organic around here at Time to Talk It Out because at the end of the day, when you trying to talk it out, it needs to be organic. You know, no authenticity can't be fabricated. Okay, people.
Absolutely.
So just keep it real. Keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Okay. That's all you gotta do.
That's all you can do, okay? Around us because we ain't gonna take nothing less.
I don't want it no other way.
And what I love about us is we're gonna make you comfortable. It's not what we listen to, we don't judge around here. Okay. So you can feel free to be yourself and keep it all the way real. Okay. So the question was actually you was listening longer than me, so I'm gonna let you pose the question.
Well, the question kind of was, well, it was that a lady had wrote in and said she had been with her husband for 9 years. They were married for 8, and he took care of her for a majority of the relationship, majority of the marriage. He didn't want her to work. He asked her not to work, told her stay home. She says he made a comfortable amount of money, 6 figures, so it was cool. He got into a work accident, and now, prior to them getting married, her mom told her to make sure that you put money to the side because you never know what'll happen. So she's not working. He's making the money. He tells her he doesn't want her to work. I don't want you to work. They have 0 kids together. Um, and he gets hurt on the job, not knowing that she's in charge of doing the bills and she's putting money to the side because that's kind of what her mom told her. So that's what she's following. He's not.
Let me stop you right quick. she's putting this money on up, not for the family. She's putting this money up as a escape account in case he get the tripping because he didn't told her not to get a job. So,
But she said he was never physical, never
right,
physical.
but this is from the get go before she knew whether or not, because men flip when the rings get put on there all the time. So the mama, like, she don't know if he gonna flip or what. From the get go, she told her to have this account, though. It ain't like she started this account 5 years in. She started the account from day one, just in case. Now, I'm sorry, keep going.
Okay.
It ain't like this account was for the family, it was for her. He didn't know about it.
She called it an escape account.
It was an escape account. He didn't know nothing about it. You didn't say that part. So
right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is he gets hurt on the job and he can't work for a while. So she picks up the slack and works part-time, picks up slack until he's able to work again. Once he's able to work again, he tells her again he doesn't want her to work. And when he starts back working, he sees that it's too much now after the injury, and he tells her he wants to downsize. Can they downsize? Is it okay? Because he still doesn't want her to work. She offered to do a part-time job to help pay the bills. He said no. He didn't want it to happen. He'd rather her just not work, just downsize so he can afford it now. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't want that. She said no to the downsizing. And we didn't get all the way until the end, but basically where it was leading to is that she took $47,000 and basically she left with that. So
oh, they broke up?
Yeah, she ended up leaving him with the 47.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, we didn't get all the way into the end because we.
But I mean, yeah, that was not cool. That was not cool, especially if she just decided to leave him.
I mean,
now, you mean what?
I'm pretty sure that was the deal because he couldn't afford the lifestyle anymore that she wanted. So I'm pretty sure she was the one.
If that's the case, she could have just left him as soon as he got hurt. If that was the reasoning, I don't think that. I don't know. I didn't hear the whole story either, or even the beginning of the story. But that don't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? That she left because he can't. If that's the case, she would have. He can't. Why would she stay through the surgeries and him being in the hospital and all that shit?
Because if it was over and then it's gonna go back to regular.
Why would she go work part-time to help him? Now she might as well have just left him then. Why would she go through all that heartache? And she could have just left with the 47,000 in the beginning instead of trying to stick it out.
If you think 47,000 about to turn into 100,000 in a couple months, if he come back and start working, you see he tried to come back and still try to work and still, you know what I'm saying, relatively in the same field. Obviously, still try to do the same thing, so still try to make the same amount. You know what I'm saying? He still tried to be in that bracket. If you obviously you still about to be saving the money. I would think anyway.
Talking about
she's still about to be
when he go back to work.
Yeah.
But that was the whole point. When he came back to work, he wasn't able to work like that. That's why she had to work too.
So basically, that's when all of it happened. Now she's seen that he wasn't about to make the same money. He wanted to change how he was living. He wanted to downgrade. It was like she didn't want to do that. That's not how she lives.
But that's what I'm saying. But it ain't like it ain't like she was just saying, that's not how I live, so I'm finna leave you or whatever. I'm willing to contribute to pick up the slack so that we can continue to live the way we've been living. Even if you're a quadriplegic and now you can't never work no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to downsize if I don't have to because I got the talents, wherewithal, ability to get it. Why are you tripping?
That's what I mean, and then we don't know their situation, but that's what it boils down to. if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. My problem is him not wanting her to work. You know what I'm saying? Especially once he saw that carrying the whole load was hard for him by himself. Wow, no, I'm not finna agree to downsize when I could go work and keep us at the level that we've been doing. Why do we gotta downsize just because you don't want me to go to work? It's giving controlling.
Kinda, sorta, but you've been
No,
okay with it for these 8. You've been okay with it for the beginning.
I
These
was
6, 7.
no, but see, because then it didn't seem like it was controlling.
It
It's
was.
not controlling until now it don't make sense. You know what I mean?
It was still all the same thing. He still was saying don't work in the beginning, so
But
it was still
now
sit
you,
at home.
but now we got the downside. So me not working don't make sense. It didn't make sense to me in the beginning anyway.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it really don't make sense
Yeah.
now.
The
You know what
only
I'm
way
saying?
is that it can't make sense from the jump. I feel like it gotta not make sense from the beginning. But my thing is,
But no, because
if
look,
you
if you can afford the 2 cars by yourself, then okay, fine. But I'm not about to give one of my cars back when I could just go to work and afford the 2 cars now by myself.
you ain't gotta give it back. Just instead of it being a big car, you just gotta get a smaller one that save gas. You still get your same. It's not saying we going from a house to an apartment. It's saying, hey, yo, this big old house with no kids and 5 bedrooms to 4 bathrooms that we don't really need.
Well, that makes sense.
We can really go to a 2, 3 bedroom house with 1, 2
We can go
bathrooms.
to a student. We can go to a loft
and really still live. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not having a problem with downsizing in general. Period. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not finna go, from a Benz to the bus when I could just get a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No,
that's all I'm saying. That's crazy.
I'm just saying. I just don't feel like getting too accustomed to one way is the way to be. Like, of course, everybody want the best, right? You want the best. That's what you strive for. Like, you out to do it for whatever you're doing it. You're doing it to get the best out of it, whatever. But the thing is, your best ain't everybody else's best. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know my best may be it may be a little apartment over here. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know where I came from. So my best may be a little apartment over here, nice little apartment, maybe somewhere in Southfield, Dearborn, opposed to somebody else best. You look at me, we might cross paths all the time. You like, man, I know dog supposed to have this by now because I'm way up. I got a big old house. That's your personal. That's you. What you was set up to have. That was set up for you. My best may be just this. Ain't no telling what I went through to get this.
But see, well, I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about a married couple. Ain't no yours, mine. It's combined. So
absolutely married, yeah, absolutely.
They was married 9 years, right? So we talking about married
8 years, yeah.
Married people. So that's my whole thing. It's giving controlling and narcissism if now I already done submitted to you and downsized, right? Let's just say this is the scenario, right? When we met, I was running my own salon, making 300,000-400,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? But I was gone 12, 14 hours a day. So when we got married, you like, I want you to, stop working so much. You stop working. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing hair. I'm so in love. I'm like, all right. Okay, I'll do it. I'll, have some kids, raise some grandkids, whatever. Get a hobby, whatever. I want my man. I did it for however long. I'm going to quit. You know what I'm saying? Now, here it is, whatever happens, it doesn't matter what it is, happens where you now can't make the money. I'm supposed to forget everything I know, and just what? When it comes time to you saying, okay, downsize.
Now, when we talking about this scenario in general, like, no, The thing is, no, you're not supposed to just be like, no, I'm gonna sit back. But who's to say that she even was like that? They've been married for 8 years. They was together 9. Who's to say when he met her, she didn't have a job then, or you know what I'm saying? If she had something go, my thing is, they scenario you can't really put on you, or you can't really put yourself into place because number one, we don't know a lot of the backstory. Number two, you can't expect the person to be you. And this is kind of like every day. Like I, I expect when I be around or when I be working, I'm doing my jig, I be expecting people to be kind of moving like me, like kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I gotta sit back sometimes and I gotta remember that's not gonna happen, right? So if I want it to happen like I want it to, that means I have to do it. If not, I gotta just take how somebody else gonna do it and know that it's not gonna happen how I would do it. You know what I'm saying? And accept that. That's what it is. We generally don't know. But my thing is, who's to say if she wasn't one of the people that was okay with, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, I'm looking for somebody like that to take care of me. Somebody like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be, you know what I'm saying? And once it was like that, or who's to say she could have been a worker at first? And once he had her so long sitting still, you she probably
Okay,
lost the
but
drive. Like, should I mean, I'm comfortable now. I'm chilling. I stack
okay,
money
and
up, man. I can chill.
that's all well and good. But now at this point, it's no choice. I'm what do I look like? You know what I'm saying? Now I got the talent, I got the ability, I got the wherewithal, I got the smarts, and I've been doing the books for the family because a family ain't nothing but a business all this time. Excuse me. And because I didn't submitted to you and gave up my career, now I'm supposed to just act like I'm just clueless, abilityless. You know what I'm saying? And just not have what I want when I got the ability to get it. Because why? Because you feel some type of way about me going to work because you feel less than a man because I go to work? That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I really think if you gonna be in that type of relationship where okay, I'm willing to submit and say I'm not gonna work just because you say so, that needs to be talked about. Okay, I won't work for now, but if something happens, we need to have a nest egg. We need to have a second business that I can run from the back end or something because I'm not going to be willing to downsize. And if it comes down to it, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? At
I
the
mean,
very least, I'm
ain't nothing
going
wrong
to
with that.
work.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all.
But you
But
know, you like you say, you got men that just don't want you to work. I'd rather us go to the shelter together than you have to work.
I mean, yeah, when he like that, that is crazy. But then also, what I wanted to bring up about that is you got women that say men should do, you know what I'm saying? It should men should be the breadwinners. You should go
And
home.
you should. And
So,
you should be the primary provider, the main breadwinner.
so if he tell you it's all right, sit back and chill.
It should
My
be an
thing
option.
is
You
before
shouldn't
it's
be
before
mad.
it's a problem with you, before you get all bulked up and angry to say, oh, what you feel less of a man, or before you get all bulked up to say, like you said, it should be more so a conversation because that's just his feeling towards it because he feel like he can do that. Now, when guys come and say, man, look, I'm trying to go 50-50. Then females mad. They don't want to hear that shit. Oh, hell no, you want me to work? Oh, fuck no, you want. But then now a guy says, hey, sit back, chill, relax. Now he's controlling. It has to be a line somewhere.
And it is. And that's what I'm saying. I'm never saying that I want to go 50-50. I mean, here's the thing. In our reality, if I had to go 50-50, I would go 50-50. I go 100
Hold
100.
on, hold on.
Not You know what I'm saying? I go 100 now. Like I go 100 now. I go 125 you know what I'm saying? Happily. I wouldn't have it any other way because these people that I do these percentages with, I want to take care of them. I love them. I want to make sure that they comfortable and that they don't have to worry and stress. And I wish I had more so that I could do it more easily. You know what I'm saying? Just so that I would never have to say no. You know what I'm saying? But what I would prefer is to not have to go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to be able to go 70-30. You know what I'm saying? I got the phone bill and the light bill, or, well, I got all the bills. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't all my money. You know what I'm saying? Our money. At the end of the day, I feel like when you married, you should have joint accounts. And I feel like there should be a rainy day fund for the family. There should be insurance on everybody. You know what I'm saying? As far as life insurance, stuff like that. I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with, especially if y'all got like big dollars, millions of dollars. It's nothing wrong with a prenup. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. When people, God forbid, pass away, you got people coming from all over. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got a will, you ain't already got some stuff put in writing. People young when they get married, millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna have a prenup before you get married, y'all both need to have a will. Something need to be put in writing because you're gonna have the mama coming from over here, or kids, from previous marriages and previous relationships coming from here. Y'all need to protect each other. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what might happen. You know what I'm saying?
That call.
At the end of the day, a family is a business. So there needs to be a business plan. Period. Just like they tell you, have an escape plan if a fire happened or something like that. It's the same. God forbid something like that happen where somebody get hurt or somebody incapacitated where they can't really speak for themselves. A lot of times a marriage license don't necessarily be enough. People come trying to go to probate court, all kind of stuff. Excuse me, especially if you ain't been married that long. So, you know, I just feel like now I feel like now as far as her putting that money aside, that's what we was talking about. I got mixed feelings about it, honestly. As a woman, as a parent to a daughter, as a woman that's really honestly never been able to relax in a relationship, right? As a mother that's never been able to relax in a relationship and just like been taken care of and be like, oh, this nigga got me. He'll never betray me, leave me, dog me out. None of that. I've yet to, should I say, feel that in like this committed relationship where it's always been some bullshit. So I could see why the mama told her daughter that. She ain't used to a real nigga. What Glow say? You gotta excuse me, I ain't used to a real nigga. So she gonna tell her daughter to protect herself. Now, that's where it comes. It's nothing but a curse. You know what I'm saying? That her mama probably done had on her to where her first instinct was to warn her daughter. It took her daughter to have somebody tell her or to have the Holy Spirit come over her to tell her, especially when her husband got into that bind where he told her, oh, I feel like this shit finna kill me. That's when the Holy Spirit should have started kicking in and let her know, like, okay, you should have felt that as a wife. Because y'all been one for all these years. And she said he had never done nothing to like sever that tie. He had never done anything to make her feel afraid or disconnected or neglected or none of that. So at some point, And it did. She had conviction because she asked somebody or something. She seemed like at some point she knew she was wrong, but you know what I'm saying? At that point, it was too late. Like on the story, it's like, bitch, you should have been told him. You could have been told him. You be watching the movie
I mean,
or watching the
basically,
stories.
I think she sent the story in to the podcast asking or telling them about it, kind of, sort of.
But you said they had already broke up.
Right, they had already broke up. She was just basically telling them about it. I guess trying to ask them.
This wasn't asking no advice if it was already over.
I mean, it probably was. Like she probably wanted them back. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't get to that far, but I read the caption or whatnot and heard the majority. It was all 10 seconds, 10 to 12 seconds left.
Well, I don't know. I think I understand why the mom told her to do that out of fear. Um, she failed to break that curse of fear, and it ultimately cost her marriage because she obviously wanted to stay with the nigga, loved the nigga, because she could have dipped when he first got hurt. She obviously already had a nice little amount of money saved up. She could have left with the money then. She was trying to support the nigga and to stay. Now, whatever, if he broke up with her because he got mad about the money or whatever, that's something else. I don't know. I just can't see her just leaving the nigga because he wanted to downsize. Because at the end of the day, she don't have to downsize. She got $47,000. You know what I'm saying? She could make sure they was at least able to stay up until he got back up, or she could have started a business. You know what I'm saying? If he was open to that, he probably was mad about the $47,000 or whatever. Didn't trust her no more, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Felt like she didn't trust him, or felt like she wasn't really committed to the relationship because she had that safety net. You know what I mean?
I feel like how you say, the mama, which probably, and I'm sure, right? I'm sure it's no other reason why. Because it ain't like she said, get the money and give it to me. It ain't like she said, get the money and run. I'm sure this is what happens, right? But when you get married, when you turn over this leaf, when you say your vows in the church in front of the Lord, you say your vows, this becomes your family now. Now, I ain't got nothing against your mama, your raised you, whatever. Her family was her family, right? So you couldn't tell her what to do with her husband if she was married or with her boyfriend. You couldn't tell her. You know what I'm saying? So now, protecting somebody, and this is your boyfriend, boom, okay, boom. Once you got married, I ain't saying don't listen to your mom, but it's just so much. It's just that much of a conversation away to say, hey, look, to your husband to say, hey, look, you don't want me to work, right? I just don't feel like I want to sit here and not have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere can we meet in the middle? It's not. You always gonna have the thought of what your mama said in the back of your head, but once you say I do, you say them vows. This is now your family right here. This is your immediate.
No, in the Bible it say when you get married, you forsake all others, your mother, your father, all of them. It literally calls out your mother and father and saying you even forsaken them, just in case you thought that you was supposed to put them in front of your husband or your wife. And so, but here's and this is just me playing devil's advocate a little bit, like the lady said. If they had been married now years, I don't know how old she was when she was calling in, but she might have possibly even been young. You know what I'm saying? And a lot more impressionable to her mom, to listen to her mom, to start that account. That's why I say, at least at the point where he got sick and could not take it no more, there was a point where Holy Spirit and their connection as husband and wife was supposed to kick in and supersede what her mama told her, especially if he had not shown any signs of her really needing the money. She should have at least used some of it. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? Even if she didn't just reveal to him about it, or even if she didn't call it what it was, call a spade, call it a club. Hey, babe, I've been saving this money all this time just in case something happened for us. You know what I'm saying?
Pulled out 20,000.
Yeah.
The rest.
Exactly. Say I've been saving this 20,000 just in case something like this happened. You know what I'm saying? She could have said that, or I've been saving it because I wanted to start a business, or I want to surprise you with a gift or surprise. She could have, she been lying by omission all this time.
Yeah, you could have just.
She could have just, yeah. So I just feel like her after 5, 6 years in, 7 years in, when he got sick, especially the fact that she didn't reveal it in some, you know, clever way.
Or try to use it to help the situation.
And help. That's what I'm talking about. Reveal it so that she could help it. Help. That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. And the initial problem was just that she started out the relationship in fear. She wasn't totally committed.
Because, like you said, I felt like she really liked him. You really loved him. You know what I'm saying? You had some special feeling for this person, to be able to come in and you say you ready to marry him in a year. Even when you're young, because like females mature mentally way faster than men. So even when you were young, you still had to know that you really have feelings for this person. So I'm gonna say she really liked him, and that's what.
She loved him. They was married for 9 years. Liked, and no.
Real bad. Real bad.
Right.
No, I just feel like the whole mother thing just kind of took over with her, and she could have been the only child. You know what I'm saying? It could have been anything, and I'm totally understanding to situations, but I'm like you said, I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm just saying how I feel about the situation. Who am I to say what's right and what's wrong? But I just feel like it just all could have been prevented with a conversation. And then I have to be immediately the night of the wedding. You know what I'm saying? But once you got that feeling, or once you done put up a couple, and then you feeling like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, man, I don't even gotta even be doing this for real. I'm just about to just tell dog, look, shit, look, what's up? You don't want me to work, shit. What's up? Let me make some shit at home. I got a couple ideas. I can, you know what I'm saying? Let me just throw some shit out here and just see how I go. You know what I'm saying? Let me fish around.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it was nothing really wrong with her saving the money. Because if nothing ever happened, you know what I'm saying? Nothing ever happened. He never hurt her. He never did nothing. They never broke up. They just had a bunch of money to retire on. You know what I'm saying? They just had a bunch of money to leave their kids. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't really fucked up. The only part that was wrong is when she seen the man struggling and still held on to the money as if nothing was going on. You like, I don't like that part. You know what I'm saying? It's very much giving selfish, and it's very much giving, like you said, like you knew you couldn't handle it no more, and so, or you knew you wasn't gonna stick around too long, because at that point it was either fight or flight.
Basically is what it seemed like. That's exactly what it seemed like.
If she was gonna fight, she would have fought with the money that she had been holding on to, at least some of it. But she knew she was gonna flee. So she didn't say nothing about the money. Yeah, she didn't say nothing about it. She like, fuck it, I can just get a part-time job just to make it seem like I tried. But I don't think I can do this.
I feel like because she really wanted him to really come back regular. She wasn't in it for just the money. So she wanted him to really come back regular and everything to just go back regular. But when he came back, like when he said it's killing me, I know that probably, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really it ain't I feel like it ain't take her out because she was offering to do some part time, but what took her out was when he wanted to downgrade, like you giving up. She was just like, nah, yeah, this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? To try to motivate him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You already know I don't. but not expecting him to just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just a situation turns sour from testing the water. Sometimes we test a little bit too much in situations when we don't need to, when the proof is already there.
It was no trust in the Lord. Because at the end of the day, her mama's fear and her mama's non-trust in the Lord rubbed off on her. Because if God forbid something was to just naturally happen and they broke up, God would have took care of her. You know what I'm saying? He would have revealed to her whatever her talent was, excuse me, that she had from birth, and she'd have been able to take care of herself and sustain herself if she had to break up with him. But her mama's fear in telling her to keep that money ultimately put a barrier between her and her husband. It was like a fourth cord to the marriage between her, him, and God. She wasn't really dependent on God. She was dependent on that $47,000 just in case she had to leave. She knew that at the end of the day, she could always leave off of that. And she fucking around and was trying to find reasons, especially after he got sick and was getting on her nerves or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like that was her whole end goal, that I'm gonna leave with some money. Being married, it ain't supposed to be leaving nowhere. We leaving in the ground. That's how we leaving.
But see, and and ain't even had no kids. Well, just in case you have some kids though, but you want to end up having some kids though, so you want to be saving money for your kids. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I totally understand the saving, like, you know what I'm saying, for future reference.
I just don't want to say that she planned on leaving from the beginning.
Nah, but you saved it secretly. Yo, I didn't say, not that you planned on just, hey, I'm saved this and I'm leaving, but it's almost to say as if you didn't plan on to say, I'm married to this person for life.
I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe because of the shit that her mama had probably been through and had been feeding her whole life, she expected him to dog her. You know what I'm saying? She probably expected it to end, but in a different way that it ended up ending.
She probably expected him to be cheating.
Exactly.
Expected to catch him cheating or doing something.
Especially if he was working, you know what I'm saying, the type of job to where he worked a lot of hours, he was getting money.
In trips.
You know what I'm saying? It was a trust thing. Like I said, she didn't trust him or God. Because at the end of the day, you might not trust your husband, but if you willing to marry him, then you need to be at least trusting God.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you're not trusting God, even, you're going to have a miserable marriage because you're going to constantly be thinking that your husband doing something. Especially in this climate, this day and age with Instagram, Match.com, Plenty of Fish, everything else. Literally cheatwithme.com type shit. They had, what was it called? Ashley Madison.
I don't know. That's something new for me.
AshleyMadison.com was where rich men could go cheat.
Oh, wow.
On the law, yes.
Nah, that's
back in the day.
That's a new game. I didn't hear about online
AshleyMadison.com
until the Backpage, or well, it was something before Backpage, wasn't it?
Craigslist. Or was that after?
I think Craigslist.
Ashley Madison, they not supposed to be prostitutes though. They just like, you know, it's just a way.
They say
it's like Match.com, but you know this person is probably 9 times out of 10 married or got somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they rich. So you expect for them to give you hush money, take you on nice days, and take you to do all the shit that they wives is too fat and ugly to do, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. It's a whole documentary about it. Look, they say it's a Netflix docu-series, Ashley Madison, Sex, Lies, and Scandals. Explores the rise and fall of the dating site, focusing on the 2015 data breach that exposed millions of users' intimate details, wrecking marriages and lives.
I have been living under deep. I knew zero nothing about this. Oh my God. Oh, where have I been? Wow. Yeah. I know nothing about that. About back page, and then there was
If you keep these is not prostitutes. If you keep saying back page, you go ahead. These people thinking you was calling them.
well, no, I ain't never. I just know because people always talked about it and made jokes about them. And there was another one that got shut down because it was a big thing. Or was that back page that got shut down?
Back page got shut down
No,
for sure. And Craigslist.
it was Liz Crawford. That's
that was
okay. That's the
after,
okay. Backpage got shut down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? I don't be. That's when I knew that you can even do that. Before I didn't know that there was online. No, there was
Jesus. Let me explain something to y'all. Jesus loved hoes too. Jesus might love hoes more.
I mean, I love me a
Don't
little.
get it twisted.
Gotta love.
Y'all
You
be
gotta
trying to-
love. You got a little hoish.
I'm just saying.
Treat it nice. You know what I'm saying?
A woman is a woman. A human is a human. You know what I'm saying? Jesus loved crackheads. Jesus loved thieves, murderers. Moses was a murderer. Moses literally killed somebody.
The people that we don't love, because I can't stand a thief.
I can't either.
But
But that's it. Jesus, God before him is love. Okay?
Absolutely.
And so when you know that it's really nothing you can do. If you living in your truth, you repent, you treat people right, it's nothing God won't forgive you for. It's nothing you can't do. It's nothing you can't have.
Yeah, what's for you is for you.
What's for you is for you, you know?
I said that would be for me. Lord, be for me. That's my one.
And if you're going to be married, you got to trust that God is in control of your marriage. And when you don't, I feel like that's when most marriages mess up. And I know a married couple. I ain't gonna say no names. If they ever watch this, they'll know. Anyway, but I know a married couple been married longer than I've been alive. And the wife talks about how she lived in bondage of herself for 40 years, like the Israelites, because she was trying to control her husband.
That's deep. Did it work?
No, after 44 years, she had to realize that she couldn't do it. It just meant that she didn't have faith in the Lord. And that's where she had to go. If she wanted something to change in her marriage, she couldn't try to manipulate her husband or, teach him, show him, punish him. All of the things that you could think of in 44 years to try to make something happen the way you want it to happen.
That's crazy to even try that, but
44
years. I guess people will try anything.
I mean, that's the thing. We talked about that on one of our other episodes. You was like women trying to manipulate men. You was like manipulate, womanize, and all that, right? So what I can understand is women will try to manipulate with control and like nagging type of control. You know what I'm saying? Withholding sex, of course, stupid shit like that. It's not gonna get you nowhere but cheating on.
Yeah.
And withholding cooking. I don't know. Little stuff like mind games, the silent treatment, that type of stuff. Women try to control and manipulate that way. And men, they just like we talked about, use brute force. You know what I'm saying? Because and terrorism type tactics, as well as financial abuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna withhold money. I'm gonna withhold transportation. I'm gonna withhold, stuff like that. So that's another reason why that mom probably was like, just in case, keep a couple dollars on the side because you don't know, especially depending on, you said they got married after 1 year
After
knowing
one
each other.
year. After 1 year of
So come on.
I don't know how long they knew each other. They
After
were
1 year
together.
dating,
They were together 9 years.
of
8
course the
years
mom
married.
going to be,
No, that's
skeptical at first, but we already said after like 5 years she should have known.
that's another thing I was thinking about. Like, how, you know what I'm saying? How are you being around a person as the mom? Like, how are you acting when this guy come around? Is you being all his face, all kiki ha ha, or is you mean mugging him all the time? Is you giving him a chance to really see how he is? Is you cutting him off? Like, how are you to him? Do you
Talk about
really,
as the mom.
yeah, do you really even know him?
But see, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter to me. As the mom, it wouldn't matter. He could be the nicest young man. You understand what I'm saying? After a year, he could be the nicest young man. And, I could really think he probably would be cool. You know what I'm saying? But just in case. You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
It's your baby. This your baby.
I feel like everybody has to love. You know what I'm saying? It's a level.
And it's a female.
I mean, females is just,
I'm
it's way
saying,
more.
especially if she done told the mama, like, he said he don't want me to work mine. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So that means you can't make your own money. My thing is this. I'm not gonna work for 9 years. So that means that's 9 years. I don't got no work history. So God forbid something do happen to you. Well, wow, I'm not gonna be able to work too much more than part-time or make a part-time type of money.
I mean, but like you say, number one, if something happened to him to where, um, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? I'm not wishing this on nobody, but something happens to him where he's unalive, she's his wife. You still pretty solid, as far as if he had a job paying good, his insurance policy had to be.
But I mean, if he unalive, that's different. But we talking about like what happened. He's
Right.
unable to work.
He was unable to work, and then he came back and tried to take on a bigger job. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's so many ways around what happened. Downsizing is one, but then there's ways around without downsizing. Like I said, it all started from the top. There ain't no way you went past 4 5 years
And didn't know.
and didn't decide what you wanted to do until
because you already did it. Y'all married. But you didn't have no type of security feeling. Like you didn't feel more secure with this nigga in 9 years to where you couldn't at least give up 25,000 or 47. That's nuts.
20. Who could have kept 27 of that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah. Okay. Let me
I just kind of, yeah.
pull up this because I think it's cool for us to do some questions now. I'm gonna go to the restroom, so we'll take a quick break. Entertain the people, have some.
Like, I'm not real good entertainment. But since we here, um, we won't be doing too much football talking. Anyway, because I'll just talk y'all ears off about that. We won't do too much of that. Um, we kind of know about the pickups. We can talk basketball real quick. My boy, Bickerstaff, Detroit Pistons coach, man, shout out to him. We need more people like that. Dan Campbell has brought energy into Detroit that's changing the culture, and it's starting from the top now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving that what the Pistons are doing. I'm loving their movement, starting from their coach, man. Shout out to that guy, coach of the year, man. Best coach in the league right now. Bickerstaff, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with that one. Shout out to them guys. They got real cheated on the last game, real bad calls, man. But y'all know it get crazy. They always cheat Detroit, but we gon' it's about to be a good year for us next year. All sports. Mark my words. Put your money right now that the Pistons gonna win a championship next year. We're gonna get D book.
Boop, I'm back. Okay. All right. So you guys, I hope you guys took this time to take a short bathroom break. Like we did. We've been on here an hour. We're making good time. I think we're gonna go 2 hours tonight. Who knows? Y'all know your girl Jen can talk. If I can't do nothing else, okay, I can talk. So what we have done, we have downloaded an app. I don't know if it's a game. It's definitely an app. It's called Talk to You, and it's got a bunch of questions for couples, pretty much, friends, adults. Yeah, it's an adult question app, pretty much. So we're gonna go through a few of these questions, and hopefully it'll spark up our memory of some of the trending topics that we already had wanted to talk about or whatever. Just want to take this time once again to thank you guys. If you're still here with us, you guys are the bee's knees. You are the dish. Okay. And we really appreciate you being here. It's just mirror. Does this look kind of dark? We'll figure that out. You guys, y'all are shooting in the gym with us. I want y'all to know. We this is our 6th episode.
Number six.
In case you just jumping on. And I definitely want us to get a little more structured. So that's what's gonna start happening. Just look forward to getting bigger and better over the summer.
Absolutely. Look forward to more platforms coming. We're working on more platforms, being on more platforms. Yeah, Spotify, hopefully. One of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, another one. So we're working. We're definitely in the lab every day.
We got some events coming up.
Definitely events. Working on a real big event.
Yes.
Very soon.
Some great, some enormous announcements coming up
Absolutely.
real soon.
Absolutely. Working on some very, very, very big ones. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. Hope you guys can participate in the events coming up.
They are for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Jen and T Double love the kids.
Absolutely.
Let's just start there. All over the world. Okay.
All over the world.
So keep that in mind. You'll be supporting Time to Talk It Out by helping to get our name out there so that we could get more viewers. Yes, and absolutely. You'll be supporting children in need.
Absolutely.
All over the world. Starting locally here in Detroit.
Absolutely.
So
we'll have some sponsored events coming up very soon.
Yeah, and it's gonna be some fun stuff. So be on the lookout, and you get to meet us in person. Don't come with no crazy shit.
We're absolutely not.
Don't come with
These are family friendly events.
Don't do it.
It's gonna be
drama free.
Gonna have a little security running around, so don't get crazy.
Most definitely, and you ain't gonna know who they is with the blick.
Yeah, don't get crazy.
The registered blick.
Okay.
No, but for real.
Yeah.
We covered by the blood of Jesus, and it's all love. Okay, good vibes only.
We're just giving back.
Good vibes only
to the community.
Yes.
For the kids, you know what I'm saying? We want to start off helping the kids.
Absolutely.
Because they're the future, so of course we want to help them along the way.
Absolutely. I feel like it's our job to uplift our peers, most definitely, and be a beacon of light to your peers. But it's also our job to take care of the babies and the old people. So Nah.
Sometimes old people can get a little reckless.
Oh,
Y'all gotta
what?
just let them.
What? So can kids though.
Let them just.
Attitudes on 10.
Let's see.
These people might not be appreciative of the care that you're giving. That's why you're doing it for God. You ain't doing it for you. I mean, for them.
See, the kids you gotta watch out for. Old people, you just let them go. Kids, when they start getting reckless, you get away from them. Get away from them young ones.
You better.
Get away from them.
Right. Because if you beat them, you child abuse. And they mess around and beat you.
Oh yeah, so, they pulling the blicky out before you, man. Get away from them.
These kids got more blickies than the cops.
Get away from them, man. Get away from them. I hate saying that they doing the right thing. We just gotta come to them in a movement. You know what I'm saying? As a group, you know what I'm saying? We gotta change the youth as a group.
We're positive energy.
We can't do it individually, man. It don't. They don't accept that. Well,
first of all, what we have to do for the kids is be the change we want to see, because kids, they do what they see. You know, even more than they do what they hear. You know, a lot of times you will have a kid that's just, you will have that, you know, needle in the haystack, 1,000,000 diamond in the rough type kid. That won't do everything they see. Some stuff they just will be disgusted by and they won't do. But other things like living in fear, living in self-doubt, you know, focusing on the wrong stuff, they will follow. So anyway, switching gears, we're going to get into these questions. Talk to you now. The first question is, I was like, oh, they right up my alley. I hit the intimacy. So let me go back right quick. Okay, so this is the app. This is what it looks like.
So you got some crazy questions, y'all.
This is what the app looks like. It's called Talk to You. Now we already played 2 questions. It would only let me go back 1 question. So
talk to you on time to talk it out.
This is from the intimacy category. All right. It's after dark. It's about to be midnight soon enough. So
absolutely.
Oh, well, let me go back and do this though. So
after dark out.
You're able to play the game in a few different ways. You can play, what do you think I'm gonna say? Whereas a partner selects a category and reads the question aloud. She then writes the answer she expects from the partner on a piece of paper. Only then it is the other partner's turn to answer the question.
That's funny.
You can play it as appreciation. So the answers should include use of your partner's name along with an appreciative, loving compliment. Or you can do, last but not least, both answer. Both partners answer the same question. Modification. The partners write down the answer on a piece of paper and exchange information afterwards.
Let's do both answer. Let's start with both answer. I'm gonna go with both answer for 1,000.
I like it too.
I don't know if
I think that's good for the show.
Absolutely, I agree. Now, I don't know if you want to do write it down and exchange and read them.
You don't have to go through all that.
Yeah, I got chicken scratch, so let's not do that.
And we ain't even got no paper readily available, and we gonna have it recorded if we need to revisit the answers later or whatever. So yeah, let's do both answer. I just wanted to kind of tell the people, you know, how the game goes since we promoting it, even though they ain't sponsoring this podcast just yet.
Yeah, but shout out to them.
They might. Right. Shout out to Talk to You on it's on both iTunes. No, not iTunes. Was it?
iHeartRadio.
App Store.
Oh, on the App
It's on both the App Store and Android game. What is it? Auntie having a brain fog. Google Play Store. Anyway.
Right though. Shout out to them, man. Y'all need to, you know what I'm saying, link with us on our names almost. You know what I'm saying? Rhyme and we can put a segment on our show. Talk to you on time to talk it out.
Oh yeah, they match. Yeah, they should sponsor us. I'm gonna reach out to them while you playing. I'm gonna reach out to them. They might give us a year free premium or something. I don't know.
Some good questions. All they knew is questions.
Or they might like make some questions like with our brands. We gonna for us, okay? That we get them to sponsor us because we do want to get some sponsors.
That'll be a nice thing.
So,
would y'all like that?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's here. That's the segment. It's done. Talk to us or something like that. Talk it out. Talk anyway. We'll figure it out. Be on the lookout for that. Okay, so I was excited about this first question because I was just interested. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to know, what a man really think about this. You know what I'm saying? Because you always hear, but it's like, what is that for real? Like, what do that mean? Like, what is that? So the question is, what makes sex good for you?
I knew it was kind of about to be something crazy because I could tell from the description, the way she was describing it before she asked, I knew it was about to be something crazy. But for me, what makes sex good, right? And that's funny because I just commented on the status. One of my homeboys said, man, have you ever had good pussy but terrible sex? And I was like, yes, absolutely. And I was like, damn, I thought that I was just tripping when I felt like that. So what makes sex good for a man, right? There are a few things. First and foremost, the feeling of things, right? Everything has to feel good. Going into it, right? Me, we talking about the perfect night. I'm more so of intimate kind of a person, so it kind of has to kind of start slow and then kind of get to it. But everything has to feel good, so which means it don't gotta just be like, hey, you know what? It started off just like super slimy, slop wet. Like, no, it's a build up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once I get once we get there, you know what I'm saying? I want it to be wet, tight, and I want her to be willing to do as much work as I'm willing to do. And that don't mean in every position. I mean when I say, all right, you get on top, don't just get on top and do fucking 3 little squats and say, oh, my legs hurt, I'm done. Like, you want me to get back on top and you want me to get in the push-up position. I'm damn near dying trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how do you die? On top of me.
Exactly. So what makes it good is her effort that she puts in and if she doing them Kegels or not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Duly noted. Kegels, squat.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we both answering. For me, my answer would be foreplay. Foreplay ain't always like literally right before play. Foreplay could drag on all day, just like flirting over the text all day or little looks, little pat, you know what I'm saying? It can be a slow build up, like you said. Intimacy is more than just like foreplay, and intimacy is more than like head and fingering and all that. Like we middle school.
Naked and put it in, like.
Right. Like we in middle school. Like we sneaking. We ain't got much time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Now sometimes I might be like, look, we don't got much time. I'm tired and I want to get to it.
I'm tired.
So I'm tired, you tired, we tired. We both got to do something. We ain't, we ain't got time for, and then, you know, it all depends on who you're talking to and about. Um, so the level and amount of foreplay is necessary. I'm not, like I say, in middle school, 20 no more, 21, where I'm just like, I don't know no better, or I just don't know nothing. I'm just doing it because it's new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a method to the madness. I've heard that sex get better when you married. That's what I heard. I've also heard that sex becomes non-existent when you married. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that I heard that when you're married, that the what disappears is the head. Um, they say the head goes away. I hear that from guys.
That's hilarious.
Listen, listen. This is for real, right? This is a real thing. Like I need to know. God, I need to be backed up anyway. Like don't leave me hanging, y'all. Like so, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all guys, when y'all watch this, I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, say this, comment this, let me know I ain't just saying this. You know what I'm saying? Be my proof. You know what I'm saying? My honey, back me up. Is it true that when you get married, the head goes away? They said the head is off. Like it just fall off. The head is just gone. Like that's just what I heard.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I'm just can that be true for everybody? Can you imagine it? I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that might be true for them niggas because they probably done something to make their wife feel like she don't even want to do that no more. They probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably on some bullshit at this point.
Boring and the sex life.
Or they probably doing something else. That's why I say foreplay start way before you get to the bedroom with a woman.
Yeah.
If you done been pissing me off all day, you can't even eat my vagina, bro. I don't care if you is my husband. You didn't piss me off today. I don't want no head. I might give you some head. Then that's just me. That's why when you said I just.
But see, and I
because I'm
no, because you what? I'm no. We listening. You know what I'm saying? Put us on. We listening.
I'm a thug person.
Understood.
So if you done pissed me off, you know what I'm saying? I don't even really. I might not feel like doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really not finna just feel like, or like dainty and shit. It's almost like a porno. I'm almost about to throw your ass down. If you get some head, it's gonna be damn near violent.
And
it's gonna be short. And next thing you know, you straddle and the shit is over. If I'm mad, we still doing it. Probably, I don't know.
How you know it's gonna be short?
Never even been me. All right, see,
and then because
I'm talking all this shit,
and then because this what I was about to say. That's not fair because females, I don't know if married females do this, but this is a female's thing. Females make they person mad on purpose to try to have rough sex, makeup sex, angry sex, whatever you want to call it, right? They like the sex after they done made you mad because now you rougher and shit. Like,
I'm not like that because I don't want to make you mad. If I done made you mad, now I might be like, like it's the opposite. If I done made you mad, now I'm in apologize mode. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you prefer, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, make up for whatever it is I did. But if you made me mad, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still horny. as a married woman. You know what I'm saying? I might not even tell you I'm mad, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't feel like married. I'm talking married in a married situation.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you don't feel like you would be like, you know what? I know my husband when he, you know what I'm saying, when he in a little mood, like he, you know what I'm saying, he in a little mood, he do this little style, like this little, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just go and nag him a little bit, just do some shit to kind of, you know what I'm saying, bother him while he playing this game, or just do some shit that's I know is gonna kind of highlight. It ain't gonna piss him off, like make him be like, what, like get the, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, what you doing? Like get back, like you irritating as fuck. Like you see I'm doing some shit, and then you know what I'm saying.
The whole time,
You
the
trying
whole
to
time,
lead into.
the whole time be laughing.
I see.
I cannot. No, I cannot. No. I can't pretend like I'm mad. Just like I can't pretend like I'm not mad, really. You know what I'm saying?
Be acting like you mad. You're just gonna be irritating him because the thing is, right? You just wanted to lead to now. You done made a man.
He gonna know at this point. He gonna know what I'm trying to do, right? No, because it's gonna be because I can't. I'm be, you know, it's gonna be. I'm like, you want to do it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Well,
It's gonna be like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You want to do something? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not about to be like. That's the only type of annoying I'm gonna be to, cause like I don't. If we like, I can't play mad just to get fucked. Like no,
not play mad. That's not. I was just saying.
like to start a fight would be this.
Just irritate him so
to
you
play,
get so you get
like horseplay type stuff.
It's like some rough shit. Like now he kind of manhandling you a little bit because now he a little bit irritated, and now he know let me get you together because now you gonna piss me off.
Is that it? Is that how you do that?
I don't. That's you know what I'm saying. Listen, I tell you, that's what females do. That's what they say they do.
I'm saying though.
They say they do that purposely. Start little wrestles or little shit, you know what I'm saying, irritate you a little bit, and then try to lead it to that moment. And you know what I'm saying? Now when it's in that moment, you gonna be still in that a little irritated until you get that off, you know what I'm saying? So now you about to be extra kinda, you know what I'm saying?
No, look, I'm 40 something. I've never tried that.
Well, I mean, if you got it, I mean, it's maybe what you've been doing been working. So don't even, I mean, if that ain't.
I mean, hey, it's always room to try new things, is what I'm saying.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? That's all for me. I don't believe you can't teach your old dog new tricks.
I understand that. And I understand that.
I believe it's never too late to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true.
Aunties in school. All right, so that was a little one.
I thought that's true. Yeah.
I want to drag out of a good little way. All right, here's the next one. What's something that I could say that will immediately get your attention when I most need it? Like that one.
Like something that you could say to just get my attention, or something you could say to let me know that you for real. Okay, well, just to get my attention when you need is what the question asks. So let's be down to specific to the question. No, that's really easy because you can just say my name and you, boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm attentive, boom, I'm right there. I'm just listening to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that that's a hard one. You can just call me by my name.
I don't gotta yell fire.
No, that's gonna get me to running and shit like that. You don't want to do that. That's gonna get me to running and shit. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's obvious though, baby. Like
Well,
you gotta come with something else.
Well,
okay. So with this one, let's say, what do you think I would say? Then let's answer it. Like, what do you think I would say? And I'm gonna go think outside the box. I'm not gonna say just my name. I'm gonna come up with something else. I don't already came up with something else. So, and I got something for me and you separate. Like I got something I think you would say, but I want to know what you think I would say.
What I think you would say?
Yeah.
Bitch. I think that's That's the
Oh well, yeah. If you talking like negative,
all right. I mean, that'll just get your attention
if
already.
you talking like
That's
negative attention, like hell yeah, right.
oh,
Like
that's
that's
gonna be like what?
that's in any scenario though. Hold on. Did it say you went? Was it
It said
that you anyway?
we was at because you switched it so we answering for each other or something like
I
that.
know, but the question was, what's something
What's
that
something
you
that
could say, or that anybody, that a person could say to get your attention, or that one of us? It's probably one of us because it's
I think it just said you, but I was just taking it as it was. You know what I'm saying? Just
right. Because right, that's anybody. Like
right.
I'm like them is literally fighting words. Like I'm from the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't call like people just call they brothers bitch and they friends bitch. My female friends, I might be like bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like that's different. Oh, that's different. But like a female that is not my friend that I'm not cool with, we do not. This ain't that. And any man, I'm not calling no man no bitch. If I call a man a bitch, it's we fight, we arguing real hard. You know what I'm saying? We arguing real hard, and you have taken me to the farthest level of festivity. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't believe in that.
Festivity.
Yeah.
Salute.
I don't believe in calling men bitches like your friends, male friends, and definitely not in relationship. But what I was thinking is like just like a word, just like a phrase, something that will get your attention, not like a name or like a negative. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking just like something you say. What you say? What? So you want to answer again? What you think I would say, or even for you, you want to change it? What can somebody say, or what can I say to get your attention?
I'm going. I'm. I mean, it depends on how we're doing it. I'm still gonna answer. Okay, I can answer for both ways. Then, in a sense, that's fair. So that way it leaves no room for nothing else. Uh, for me, they can say, for me, somebody to get my attention, somebody could say something like, it's just as simple as this. Run.
Oh my god! Like as
what?
soon as you see somebody running, you black.
Yeah,
you already know.
You
black people in the black community don't start running out the blue around me because I'm about to run too. And like, what the hell? I found out why later.
I ran after you, and you only going to the stove.
Okay.
Trying to make it for a close.
Okay, so that's what you would say. What do you think I would say? Somebody could say to get my attention.
They fighting.
And I'm gonna go like this, world star. One hand, I'm like world star. The other hand, oh, call the police.
Not world star though. That got me.
World star still a thing.
Heard nobody say that in so long.
I'm auntie. I come from the 1980s.
It's been a minute since I heard the world star. That just took me out for sure. That's crazy. That's still a thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I would have said. You ready for that?
I'm ready for that.
You don't know? You can't imagine yet? What?
Alicia Keys. Nah, my bad. Maybe I got it wrong.
Okay, right. You was so obsessed with her.
My bad. That's what
I'm just playing. I ain't jealous. No, I'm not jealous for real. I love Alicia Keys too. I was just singing her song earlier. But no, not Alicia Keys. But that's a good one for you. That what I would think that was a good one, but that's not what I was gonna say for you. First of all, I was saying what would I say for my answer. That's what I was gonna do first. What I was for my answer. I mixed it. It would have been karaoke.
Yeah. Boom. That's it. That's the one.
Right? Say karaoke, you got my attention.
Yeah. How did I miss that? Right, boom.
So now can you think of what I would say, what I think you gonna say?
No. After the Alicia Keys one. I'm out of
Say, what do you think about more than Alicia Keys? Excuse me.
keys, Alicia. Oh, all right, no.
Football. That's
I
what I
was
was
about
gonna
to
say.
say football. That's just
Gonna say.
what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. That's what exactly. Yeah. Move on forward.
Anyways, shout out to Alicia Keys.
Shout out to AK.
Shout out to Swiss Beats, her husband, as well. We can't leave him out since they one person. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, so next question. When was the last time you got angry with yourself? A good question. I think we could both answer.
We're both supposed to be answering. Yeah. Today, yesterday, well, today, yesterday. That's almost every day. So just today or yesterday, one of them.
What? You get angry with yourself?
Absolutely. I was. If I could have made another me and scrapped them right then and there,
You would have made you a clone just to beat him up.
I said one of us would have got our ass. You know what I'm saying? Somebody ass would have been beat. Even though he me, so he probably know how. You know what I'm saying? How I'm.
He know exactly what you about to do.
He probably know how I'm about to. You know what I'm saying? But that don't matter. None of that matters. Somebody gotta lose. Or somebody gotta win.
Okay, so what was it about? If you don't mind me asking, if it's not too personal for
because
the viewers.
I signed up for some bullshit and they took the money off my car when I just know that I know that I fucking deleted the whole shit. I know I did, but I signed up
some
for
more
some
shit after last night. Oh
no, that's what I'm talking about. I signed up for some shit, and they took the money, and I know because I took it off. I ended it when I said I wasn't gonna do it no more.
Well, I mean, just try it out. You got it now.
I deleted it again. I don't even know if it's there. So that's how mad I was.
So you gotta stop doing stuff like that. You gotta stop doing stuff like that because that reminds me of something else you told me you did that was crazy work, bro. Crazy work. We ain't gonna talk about that right now, but yeah, that was crazy work. So you gotta stop doing that when you get angry. Just not giving a fuck about like money, stuff that's worth money.
And be at the time that
it's not. It's not gonna get back at the person you mad at though. If you waste this money or throw away this money.
I was mad at me and it was already.
That is the person that you mad about. It's even if the person is you, it's not gonna get back at you if you throw your money away.
What's that? That's getting back at me exactly.
No, it's not.
Because who money has to steal?
Your kids.
Yeah, but they still get the rest of it.
No, I'm sorry.
I threw away my portion.
Okay, I guess I'll give you that. Really, really mad at myself. Like really mad at myself, or just like irritated with myself a little bit.
I mean,
this question say mad, or it's the question say angry. It's been a while for real. Like really just angry with my. I guess for me hurting my back. So me sleeping like that, I slept wrong, y'all. What was that, like a week ago? Like a week ago,
a little bit over,
or more, slept.
Cause you was like that for a minute.
Like this for like 20 minutes, like laying down and just like, cause I had reached over to get my phone to stop the alarm, I think, or to snooze it. And it felt good when I was in that position, so it kind of felt like a stretch. And that's how I ended up dozing back off. And when I woke up, my back was hurting. Like bad, but it was like, dang, my back hurt. But then over the course of the next like 3-4 days, it just like it hurt like never before. I tore so many muscles in my back to where it's like sore to touch still a week later. Because I basically was like laying. Okay. I basically was like laying with my back like this, you know, contracted for a long time. And all them little muscles in my trapezius is torn up. It's still sore.
Yeah, that's like the very.
Yeah, and from the at first it was from the like my occipital bones, like right up under here, all the way down to the bottom of my shoulder blades. That whole muscle group was just tore up, and it's still sore right now. So
Oh, yeah.
I am still mad at myself. Every day since I hurt my back, I've been mad at myself, angry.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had a chance to even forgive myself because every time I think I forgave myself, I get a sharp pain in my back and I'm mad again.
That will do it every time.
It is what it is. You know, I love myself. I forgive myself, but don't do that. Don't try it at home.
Yeah, please don't.
It's not good.
It's not safe.
Oh, okay. This is good. Who is the best boss you've ever had?
Before I say there's one person I want to make sure. Yeah, I think the correct answer. Honorable mention I'm gonna give to this one boss. We are not gonna get too namesy because I'm probably gonna tell you some stuff. Honorable mention I'm gonna give to this one boss, and I had this one job. She was a nice boss. Very nice. We went. We used to count the money in the back room together. She used to give me rides. She invited me to her house one day, and she had like a little bar in her house, and she served me beverages topless. It was great.
I was like,
it was great. That was one of my bosses. Shout out to her, honorable mention. But
wow, she only get honorable mention?
yeah,
and
but
she serves you drinks topless. What did this other lady do? Take you to Hawaii?
no. My best boss, I would have to give this to Sandy Yee. Sandy was the boss when I worked at Payway. Um, I remember getting my car took. I used to work, man, all day at Payway. I used to work in the morning. They used to let me off in the middle of the day so I can go and pick my kids up. I'll drop them off. I have a little time in between. Then I got to go back to work and then I got to close. So it'll be open, little break, close. I worked like crazy in there and I had like 3 days a week like doing this. One day I'm coming back um, and I get my car took. And my car was in the impound for like a week. By the time it was time for me to get it out, it was $1,400. Sandy gave me $1,400 in the envelope and said, "Go get your car." She was like, "I know how much you need it."
She needed you to have it.
And absolutely,
you were an integral part of her business running smoothly.
And
somebody that's opening and closing.
She said. She told this to like everybody on staff one day. She was like, "You only get one him a lifetime." She said, "I don't know where he came from or whoever, or whoever let
what planet this nigga came from." But
she like, "I don't know who let him leave a job. If it's up to me, he can listen. I never let him leave here." And I stayed until she was gone. When she was gone, I left, and she offered me a job
where she went.
She was at like, "Just come on out here."
Period.
And I was just like, if it wasn't so far, I would. I loved her.
But just in case you had that car incident again,
right?
You couldn't be having to go to West Bubble for
Yeah, that was way further than you know what I'm saying. I loved her. Shout out to Sandy for that.
Okay. Okay. So I guess basically buying you a car because you could have bought a car for $1,400. Basically buying your car back from the cops
She was just nice to me
was
overall.
better than just some topless eggs and steak and eggs.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Not only just
that was funny.
buying my car back, but
I know.
she also let me know how she appreciated my work.
I
I mean,
mean, just
I feel
just
like the
overall.
topless drinks could have probably got number one if it would have came with some more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no. If old girl hadn't bought you a car, topless drinks would have definitely been number one. But buying a car is gonna. Okay, come on.
Oh, yeah.
You can get topless drinks anywhere.
Well, yeah, if you gonna pay, I didn't pay.
No, you can get free topless drinks. Don't be sitting up here trying to act like you don't be looking in the mirror and seeing how fine you is. You can get free topless drinks from, that ain't as hard as it is to get a bitch to give you $1,400. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah,
So that's all I'm saying.
yeah. My girl Sandy, shout out to her.
Shout outs to Sandy. Easy. My best boss is my current boss. Current boss is a living, walking, talking angel. I mean, she not perfect. Nobody on earth is, but she tried. She best boss ever. Shout out Miss Vicky, Clarence Line.
Shout out Miss V.
For sure. And all my bosses, because it's a team of administration, I guess you could say, at my job. And like they all is like super awesome. Super, super fragilistic espialidocious.
Since we talking about bosses, before we even throw that in there, fuck it, let me tell y'all my worst one. My worst boss ever, a motherfucker. I just didn't like. I was scrapped. Just like, bitch, I hate you.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to really dig back on this. And what's funny is this is a while back. It's funny the time I'm about to bring up. This is really about to be funny because I can think about this correctly. I have worked for some genuine people, people that was just cool, just in the bad situations at certain times, where they had to move along from me or I had to move along from them. Um, and I understand business aspects, so it's a lot of cases I'm not mad about. Slows to go. Fucking hate, fucking hate. I fucking hate the manager there. Like, I got fired for some bullshit. The nigga looked me in my eye on some bullshit. Like, if that's the case, nigga, you could have ran the camera back and seen that shit was some bullshit. But how he let me go was like, we're gonna call you. And basically, the nigga never called me. Like, it was, yeah, that was the worst bullshitting ass nigga. No,
I think that might have. They all
bitch ass nigga. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying who it was. I hate them though. But that's it. That's my worst since we was I had to get y'all get that off my chest. A little bit of mess real quick. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was feeling like that. But no fucking play with me. Now look at me. For real, I be wanting to get that off for some motherfuckers. Some motherfuckers I be wanting to get that off too. You know what I'm saying?
You're a hater. There was awesome haters up in there. But anyways, we gonna speak on that. We done with that question. Okay, if we owned a boat, what would you name it?
That's just
You gotta name your boat.
that's the thing. Okay. I'm gonna name it Betsy. Betsy the boat. Why? Because I'm gonna go with something that's because that's what I can give you as far as because I feel like you can't name your car before you see it, but you name your car off the look, the color, you know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff that you gon' I have named a couple of my cars, you know what I'm saying? And I know I've heard people. It came from me hearing people name their cars. You know what I'm saying? Prime example. My mama had this all white car. She called it what was it? White Ghost. Did she say something like that? It was something crazy, right? It's just kind of like the name just like people pick stuff that kind of goes with it, or how, you know what I'm saying, the image it gives, the feel it gives. It's something about it that made you call it this.
The car has a personality almost, and you name the car based on the personality
that it gave you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm gonna name the boat Betsy because Betsy the boat just sounds like a boat that can be any
The
type
alliteration of it all.
any type of style. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. You gotta let me know. I'm naming a yacht. You know what I'm saying? What I'm naming, I need to know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with Betsy.
If I had to name, if I got the pleasure of naming the boat, and I would just think that if all you can come up with is Betsy, you should just let me.
I mean, what's wrong with? Okay.
I mean, because like
I mean, let's hear what. Let's
a
hear.
lot of boats, like especially like a yacht or something like that, it's gonna have like a different kind of name. Like it's not gonna be Betsy the boat. Like
Betsy the yacht.
Betsy the yacht. No. So I would name it Resurgence of the Sea. Resurgence of the Sea. Matter of fact, because we hit all of them, not just one. The Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the ocean, all of it.
Yeah.
Or better yet, Resurgence of the Ocean. But I like Resurgence of the Sea better. It like the sister. You know, it's the alliteration of it all.
You know, that's what
It's too much.
No, that ain't never too much. You know what I'm saying? Sound well planned out. Sound like something you thought about for a while.
No, I really didn't. But not for. I swear to God, I did not think that question is just right here.
Yeah, it sound like
But I know, because we've been looking at cruises. We finna go on a cruise. So I've been, seeing boat names and stuff. And it just sounds more like and I have been to the marina. So it's just I know. Yeah, Resurgence of the Sea. That's the name of our boat. For which two professions are you certainly not suitable? I must say for me, anything in the medical field, like with blood. No.
That's only one.
That's one.
It said two.
Okay, I need to think of the next one. Like, hey, if I could be just not suitable. Anything boring, bro. Like anything boring. So like, well, I could. If I was gonna do something boring, I would have to be free to write because like I would like to do security now, like overnight. You know what I'm saying? Make a couple dollars, and I could, get some writing because I ain't got nothing else to do.
I mean, secure the place that you at. That's what you would have to do.
Right, of course, but I'm saying, like, God willing, it would be somewhere, you know, low key where it's not a lot going on. I'm just sitting here, like, or like parking lot attendant. I've done that.
I tried to work security. I definitely went to sleep. I worked security for about a year.
Oh, a whole year?
Yeah.
That was a long time.
And I got caught asleep. That's how I got fired.
I mean, well, a year was you lasted a long time.
Yeah, it was just nothing to do, and they had me working like nighttime, basically, 10 to 6, or was it like 10 to 6? It was something like that, crazy. Yep, I clocked in late at night. I worked overnight.
So, let me say, oh, the plant life is not for me. Can't do it.
I'm just not. I can't do no nails because I'm not touching no feet, and I can't work in no morgue or do nothing with no animals. So I gave you three of them just to make sure. You know what I'm saying?
What was your biggest bad buy?
This stupid ass TV that I just bought. Oh no, 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 I'm sure I bought something worse than that. I'm sure I did. Um, let's see. My biggest. No, I always had money, so we ain't gotta think back that far. I ain't always had money. Not saying I got money now. I'm around in a little bit. See what I'm saying? A little bit. I collect change at the gas stations. Y'all might see me somewhere. But I know I done paid for some bullshit, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. Nah, I don't know if this count. Well, I paid anyway. I guess service. My biggest bad buy was service. I paid this one nigga to fix my charger, and he basically ran off with my money. Um, and
Oh no.
uh, I gave dog about 800, and that was only like half. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the first half. I gave him half. I didn't even give it to him up front. He was doing a little bit of work, and he was like, "Well, I need to grab some more parts," and I had bought like a bunch of parts anyway. And he was like, "I need to grab some more parts, and I need to be able to travel back and forth." He stood inside of my house at my front door. I counted him out this money. And I'm like, you should be able to get back and forth. I don't have to be here because you don't have to come in. You should be able to get back and forth. Just call me and keep me updated. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I was calling his phone so much. I was starting to feel like I know you got down because you're not answering. And it was just crazy. He came over here for the last time. He came to my house and he was looking for, he had an engine hoist that was in my backyard. And he was looking for it. And I asked him why was he just walking around my backyard without even just knocking on my door. And because my daughter was downstairs and she was like, somebody in the backyard. And so I got to tripping out. So he was like, no, my bad. I was looking for it. And I'm like, bro, it ain't nothing here for you. Like, you ain't fixed my car. I haven't heard from you. It ain't nothing here for you. You probably should be leaving. And then it was a whole nother story, but that's another story. But that's probably
No,
my
I bet it
my
was. I
biggest,
totally feel you.
yeah,
You
biggest
see, I'm
bad buy.
sitting here like, what?
Yeah, I cashed him out 800,
Scammers, man.
800 up front.
You know, I got a scammer story with a whole bunch of materials sitting in my basement, but that's a whole other story as well. That's not, I'm not even gonna call that my biggest bad bad because I mean, I guess technically it would have to be my biggest bad bad. The money that
Right.
invested in my house, in my basement, my, my ladies den, salon, whatever.
Ladies, then,
Hand den, that's what I was calling it. My hand den.
or jeans then.
Jen's hand den. Jen's hand den didn't come together. Um, and that was really my biggest bad investment. And I wouldn't really call it a buy, more so an investment. Because, like you say, it was service that I paid for and didn't
receive, right?
But like purchase, biggest bad purchase would be when I bought this bundle of Mary Kay because I was going to be a Mary Kay consultant during COVID.
Mm. Um, purchase. Mm, there it is. Purchase. I got it for you. Since we're speaking about COVID, that's around the time I was buying rims, trying to find the right set of rims for that I wanted for my car or whatnot. And mind you, these were my first set that I'm actually like, I'm just trying to tell you I want a set of rims for my car, and you don't, you know what I'm saying? The car is not here. My first pair that I actually bought, I actually took the car, so I had another car, so they was able to just size it up and put them on, so it was easy. I'm thinking that I can just tell the person, hey, I got this kind of car and I want some rims. So, that's what I did, and they was like, oh yeah, that's cool, it'll fit, and I was like, all right, and I pulled up and I bought some. I want to say he only charged me like 750 or like 700 or like it was during pandemic, so it wasn't even like it was a lot. It didn't feel like it was a lot, is what I'm saying, because that's a lot right now. Give me $700 right now and be happy. But I didn't feel like it was a lot. I pulled up, I paid for him. I didn't pull up in a charger. I paid for him. He was like, "Man, you think somebody gonna be trying to get down on you for some rims?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. Everybody got some money." So, I pulled up, grabbed them, left. And when I got into my car, didn't fit. The lug size was totally different, and I was so mad. All I can do is sell them, and I think I only sold them for like 450 or like four
Had to take a
something
loss.
way less than what I yeah, so way less than what I paid.
Yeah.
That was probably my biggest bad buy.
Okay. We're gonna do one more question and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. We are really, if you still here, man, what? We love you.
You the real MVP for real. What Kevin Durant say?
This is a good one. What event that was important to you did you unfortunately miss?
Oh, just in general in life or
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I feel like it's something that oh, duh. I know exactly the answer to this for me. I know exactly the answer. I don't even know why it took me so long to think of it.
so if you want to go first, you can,
Okay.
since you so ready.
Yeah.
Like
So for me, the question is what event that was important to you did you unfortunately miss? My best friend's wedding. My best friend's wedding. Yep. She got married so fast. So, and then she's still married to this day, so that's no shade. That is testimony, if anything. But it was unexpected, so I didn't have time to plan and take off school because I was in school. Excuse me, and I was literally at the end. If I had taken off to go out of town with her to get married, I would have had to been like 6 to 8 more weeks of school. And I was literally like 3 weeks away from graduation, not even. And I had been the 6 months behind already. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, dog, I couldn't. She got engaged on Valentine's Day and got married March 22nd. So I had no time. March 22nd was an important date to her. Like she had to get married on that day, or she really wanted to get married on that day. You know. Yeah. My best friend's wedding.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna really dig into a moment. There's probably plenty more that happened after this. I'm not gonna say plenty. There's probably a few more after this that happened. But I'm gonna dig back, because y'all my people. I like to do this for my people. I like to kind of give you a good touch. I was young, and as you guys know, I played football for a very long time. I was young, and I can remember very vividly playing semi-pro, and one of my homeboys, shout out to him, shout out Maurice English. Quick story time, real quick. One of my homeboys, he told me, man, you so good. Well, not like that. He like, man, you good enough to actually play like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta play this. Like, you really got some real talent, like for real. I'm gonna give you this number, and you call this dude. You tell him, you know what I'm saying? You tell him I gave you the number. You tell him what position you want to play, whatever. He gon' you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna rap. He gonna hook you up. I made the phone call. I talked to the guy. He was in Ohio. Um, he told me he will be my agent and get me on a professional team, not no NFL, right? Before people start saying, "Hey, you're lying," you're saying, not NFL, right? He was gonna get me on a professional team, which could have been amateur, whatever, arena team, and basically he was going to be my agent for a year, and the price of him being my agent only cost half of one of my checks. This is what he explained to me. I was young. I don't know nothing about this, right? Half of one of my checks. I show up and I play. I show out. They like me. He can get me to a team. This is what he telling me. By the positions that I play, he like, I got a couple teams in mind that I know. So if I can get you here, all I need you to do is get here and perform. I can get you somewhere. And I wasn't able to make it. I was on probation and I was too scared to ask my probation officer, which I don't even think I needed to, but in a way I kind of did because if it would have turned into a job, I would have had to say that I have to travel to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that still like when I play football, I still think about that kind of to this day. Like, where would I be now if I would have actually had the opportunity to go?
Faith over fear. If you would have had the courage to ask
absolutely
the PO. The PO probably would have been like, "Oh, he's trying to do something positive." You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You never know, but just because they might have been like, "Oh, I don't trust him. He's just trying to abscond." Yeah. You never know. So I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, faith over fear. If they said no, they said no. You didn't go because they said no. Not you didn't go because the first words that came out your mouth was "I was scared." So that's just fear. It's a delayer. It's a tool of the devil to delay you from your destiny because you're scared to even go after it.
Yeah. But then also it was a time where this also is a time where I'm going through this football stage. I'm out of high school, zero college. I've played semi-pro, and people are basically telling me like, no, I started playing semi-pro at 17, so I'm young. You know what I'm saying? So
they got you early.
By the time I'm going through this process, I'm at least 2 to 3 years in. So I'm like early 20s. That's like the perfect age to try to go and do this. But people basically was kind of like, even like jobs that I was having didn't want to give me weekends off because it's like, what are you playing semi-pro? Like, what is that? You playing free football? Like, no, we need you to work. If you can't commit to work, I'm not about to give you weekends off because you want to play football. Like, so I was going through, I'm battling myself. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to work? Do I want to play football? This is my dream. Do I want to do this or do I want to, you know what I'm saying, be here so I can still
and
make
that's
some
no
money?
shade when I say that. Especially the younger you are, especially when that's all you've been taught. You know what I'm saying? Is that you got to have the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen nobody actually follow their dreams and go after them and reach them. Right. You ain't never seen nobody start their own business and actually be able to sustain their life off of a business that they started and they run and they is the actual boss of. If you've never seen that for real in your family, I don't care if you've seen it across the street. If you never seen it in your family, it's hard to see it in your life.
Because having access to be able to ask that person just certain stuff, it definitely changes the dynamics. You know what I'm saying?
And not even to even have to ask them nothing, just to see that it's possible.
Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just to see that it's possible.
Knowing that you watched that happen.
Within your own backyard, within your own household.
You watched it. You watched it. So now it makes you, it gives you confidence. It's a confidence builder.
Absolutely.
So I definitely agree with that. But that's another
Self-doubt. Well, I mean, self-doubt is another tool of the enemy, just like fear, to keep you from reaching your destiny and going after your dreams. It's like, I'm not even gonna try that just in case it don't work.
Yeah, you just gotta have faith in this faith. And it's like I was so young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's faith. And don't get me wrong. If anything, I went to church more then than I do now. The difference is the understanding
I was to say,
of then and now. You know what I'm
church
saying?
don't mean you got faith. Go to
Church
church don't
but
mean you got faith. Real.
it just refresh the word. So it's just refreshing the word. So it's like you hearing it on a regular. It's reinstilling to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm not saying that church makes you because I'm right now I still feel like no matter what, like how you say, watching it on TV or whether if I just sit here and I just read the Bible to my the same, it don't have to be on a Sunday. It don't, you know what I'm saying? Like preferably, that's preferred. Like you know what I'm saying? That's a guaranteed day, but you can add any other day. It don't say that you can't go and read your Bible on Tuesday and Wednesday too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do it any day. You know what I'm saying? So, the thing is the church just provides a sheltered area. It provides, you know what I'm saying?
Church ain't even supposed to be the sheltered area. Church is supposed to be the people, the congregation.
It's just supposed to be that. That's why it should be able to be held anywhere.
And that ain't right. The church is supposed to be the congregation, the fellowship, and people. It's a common thing in society, but just as common as it is, it's kind of like irritating to me when people equate God, religion, and your relationship. You know what I mean?
But
they're not all three the same.
I'm just gonna take that back to something we talked about earlier today. You want people to really be up on their knowledge like you are because you feel like what else are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like why are you not? What else are you doing? You want people to, you know what I'm saying, to think like how you think, but in every aspect, and this goes in every way, and even to the common things or things that we think is common or simple, people just don't think like that.
I mean, and this is very true. I understand that. And that's my whole thing. It's annoying still.
Very.
And we listen, we don't judge. As far as like, I'm not gonna say, oh well, because you don't know XYZ, or because you don't worship in this way, or because your relationship with the Most High ain't like this, or because you don't call him by this name or that, because you don't understand this versus that equal this or that, you going to hell or you a bad person. Like, I'm not judging to say nothing like that, but just I feel like be real with myself.
Yeah.
And everybody should be real with themselves. That way you able to communicate,
But because it's so easy for you.
Well, listen.
It's not like that for the next
Well, listen.
Which is that's what creates all different people, right? That's what creates the liars. That's what creates it creates all different kind of people. Because I mean, it's more than that. The liars, I mean, the people who hide.
The main people that need them don't want to hear about it.
That's basically all it narrows down to. If you all put them in one group, It's the people who need Jesus. The people who don't believe.
But this is my whole point. That's cool too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not, but it is. But I'm not gonna argue.
I mean, right? Because you know what I'm saying,
or a person who may not be in the same space in their relationship or on the same place in their journey. It took me a long time to get to that point where I was like, oh, I'm not gonna try to force God on you or force you to know who God is or who I think God is. You know what I mean? And when people try to get mad at me though, right? This is where I have the problem. Because okay, this is what I believe, right? No, I don't know every single word in the Bible by heart. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know half of the addresses of the words that I do know by heart. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not perfect. Yes, I do. Cuss, fuss, suck, fuck, everything I ain't supposed to be doing. I smoke, I drink, I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. Right. But
I'm a dog. I'm addicted to money cars and gonna do it big.
Register righteous. No, but for real.
My bad.
That don't mean God don't love it. We just spoke about this earlier. Jesus love hoes too. Okay? Murderers, all of them. You know? So I just feel like I can and will.
I used to be a hoe.
Speak the hold on, what that one girl say?
My testimony.
What's that one girl say? She said the white girl used to be on Love and Hip Hop. She got a song like that. I can't think of it right now. I got brain fog. But anyway, Jesus Love House too. So, you know, nobody's perfect, but I just feel like at a point, you know, you have to just thank God for where you are and start to, you know,
be thankful for what you
make
got.
better choices.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be thankful for what you got. Listen, and what they say, and not for what you don't, or something like that, right? What your situation is your situation. Just be thankful for all of it. Bad, good.
Everything that happened for a reason. Everything that don't happen for a reason. So at the end of the day, live life with no regrets. Just, you know, pray, repent, repeat. You know what I'm saying? And throw a little bit of fasting in there. Love yourself, love each other. And I think we did good. Been very consistent, been on point, 6 weeks and counting. You know what I mean?
What y'all think about as far as like, you know, what y'all been getting topics? Do y'all like it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If not, what you want to hear about? You know what I'm saying? If you want to change the
suggestions are very much appreciated. Comments, very well appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. This is just really the raw what do you say? Shooting. I like to say y'all shooting with us in the gym. It's gonna get bigger, better, much more structured, much more. Should I say we're gonna bring out the big guns? Okay, we do got those events coming up. We got some trips coming up. We going to New Orleans, as a matter of fact. So
New Orleans coming soon. Stay tuned.
That's in like 4 days.
Stay tuned for content. Make sure y'all like them pages. Make sure y'all subscribe to them pages.
Yes.
So we got a real big event coming up. Real big community event. If you here in the city with us right now, be listening out, be looking out. We got a big event, community event we giving back. It's free. It's a free for all. It's fun. It's food. I'm excited. It's everything that you gonna love. It's a give back to the community. My mouth watering just thinking about it. It's sponsored by us.
Time to talk it
Time
out.
to talk it out.
Okay. The travel bays.
The travel bays.
Okay. Jen checking in. Life of T Double.
Life of T Double. It's a big event. It's gonna be raffles.
If you would like to
sponsor, you know what I'm saying?
If you would like to sponsor, hit us up.
Contact, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop some info.
Time to talk it out. What's the email?
If you want to donate, you know what I'm saying? TTIO podcast at Gmail.
Yes, if you want to.
That's 3 T's.
If you want to.
TTIO podcast at gmail.com.
Yes.
If you want to donate.
If you want to sponsor, if you want to be a contestant. Oh, I didn't even. Whatever.
We
Well, I didn't say what it is.
Right.
I didn't say
nothing. I didn't say anything.
I'm giving it away. Y'all just stay tuned because it's going to be announced real soon.
Don't be trying to butter her for the info and she telling it. Trying to butter her up. No, we good. It's going to be fun. Just know it's going to be a heap of fun.
Yeah. And it's going to...
Stay tuned.
It's going to benefit babies and children all over the world. So,
yeah. It's going to be heaps of fun.
What better cause?
We got time.
To celebrate.
One thing we got is time. It's not going to be a rush event. We're going to let you guys know. We got time, but it's going to be soon. But you just got to show up, you know? Just show up. And if you don't show up, event will be broadcasted.
We're definitely going to vlog it.
We'll have lots of favor.
And it will just be the first of many.
Yeah. First of many, first of plenty. We'll do plenty others. We love you guys.
Yes, love you so much. And if you can't show up, listen, if you are a believer, a prayer is worth so much more than dollars. But we do appreciate dollars and, you know, any other stars, you know, whatever you want to do, cash apps, all of that stuff to support Time to Talk It Out and the event that's coming up. You're going to see within the next like a week. If you are following T Double, especially on Facebook and or Instagram, you might already have an idea of what he's talking about because you did put a little something out there on Facebook.
A hand out there, bro.
So you might already have an idea. So, but we look forward to this summer. It's going to be a lot of trips, a lot of events, and just ascension and just elevation for the both of us. Individually, collectively, as a group. And we pray that it will be the same for all of you guys watching this and listening to this. Everybody at the sound of my voice. Okay. We pray prosperity, peace, okay, and love over you and your whole family. So that's going to conclude this episode of Time to Talk It Out.
Which is episode 6 again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, episode 6. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you, Black man.
Proud of you, Black Queen.
Thank you. We will see you guys next week. As a matter of fact, yeah, we'll see you next week. We mess around. We'll see you next week. We'll see you guys next week. Don't do nothing we wouldn't do. Okay?
Stay tuned. Love you guys.
May the Lord watch you.